The candle sponsors would come to the altar and light candles. But seeing how this is Joe and Jazz's wedding and we're in New Orleans, we'll be using a flamethrower today. This is Dan Glass, everybody. How about a round of applause? He will lead us through the symbolic unity flame. And please, nobody get near this thing.
Watch the hook up.
Dan, whenever you're ready.
Okay.
You ready? Go! Stand back. Forward, forward, forward. This is traditional, I promise.
The training session was not.
Thank you, Dan Glass. Okay, we need some people to pull this stuff off of them now, please. Good job, guys. You doing all right?
Don't blow her up, don't blow her up.
Okay, so the next ritual Jazz and Joe have selected comes from the Jewish tradition. The 7 blessings are one of the most important elements of a Jewish wedding. 7 blessings, each with a deep symbolic and spiritual meaning of marriage, are read aloud in honor of the bride and groom. Joe and Jazz would like to invite brother-in-law Daniel Nisimian to recite the blessings in Hebrew, and David Zagor, Ramona Venturanza, and again Dan Glass to follow. Not with a translation of those per se, but a loosely paraphrased summary of the meaning of each blessing as interpreted by Joe and Jazz. So guys, please come on up.
So the first blessing is Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam boret pri hagacha.
And in English, thank you God for making wine.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehakol bara lichvodo.
And once again, thank you God for making the universe. It is truly amazing.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam yotzer ha'adam.
Thank you, God, for making humans.
Okay, they start to get a little longer now. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher יצר את האדם בצלמו בצלם דמות תבניתו ותיקן לו ממנו בניין עדי עד. ברוך אתה אדוני יוצר האדם.
Thanking God for giving us the ability to reason and the gift of morality.
סוס תסיס ותגל ההקרא בקיבוץ בנה תכולה בשמחה. ברוך אתה אדוני משמח ציון, ניו אורלינס החדשה ובנייה.
Although we may be far from our original homeland, bless us with ecstatic enjoyment. Thank you, God, for bringing us this joyous occasion.
שמח תשמח, רעים אהובים, כי שמחה יצרה בגן עדן מקדם. ברוך אתה אדוני משמח חתן וכלה.
Let the bride and groom be as joyful as Adam and Eve frolicking naked in the Garden of Eden.
That was kind of the climax, but there's one more. This one's long, so hold on. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר ברא ששון ושמחה, חתן וכלה, גילה ראינה, דיצה וחדווה, אהבה ואהבה ושלום ורעות. מהרי אדוני אלוקינו משמח בערי יהודה ובחורצות ירושלים, כל ששון וכל שמחה, כל חתן וכל חלה. כל מצרפות חרטיטה, מפותחים ונערים משמחת נהגים, ברוך אתה אדוני משמח חתן וכלה.
Thank you, God, for creating happiness, lovers, amusement, joyous songs, pleasure, love, wonderful communities. Nothing about responsibility or hard work or anything. Peace and companionship. Let it be heard in the streets of Jerusalem, New York, Manila, and New Orleans. The sounds of joy, the ecstatic voices of Jazz and Joe, the merry shouting of their friends and family. We bless you, God, today for bringing Jazz and Joe together for this biblically awesome party. Jazz and Joe, please drink the wine. Whoa, slow down, slow down. Jeez. A little more, Joe? Okay, our final ritual before Joe and Jazz exchange vows, rings, and we get this party started. The final ritual also comes from the Jewish tradition. Joe and Jazz will now recite the binding words of their ketubah. Traditionally, a ketubah served as a contract of marriage that articulated in very precise terms the husband's duty to his wife and the protections the wife was entitled to. Joe, according to the ancient guidelines of the ketubah, you are obligating yourself to Jasmine in 10 specific areas. To name just a few, you have to feed her, you have to provide her with clothing, there are the matter of her conjugal needs. And this is my personal favorite. This is true. You have to pay her ransom in the event she is taken hostage. Something tells me that given your training, you're more likely to bust her out than pay the ransom. Okay, so let me get the ketubah. Okay, I'm going to recite the first line. You guys are going to finish it off. This ketubah witnesses before God and all present that on the 18th day of October in the year 2014 in the community of New Orleans, the holy covenant of marriage was entered into between the bride, Jasmine Venturanza, daughter of Edgardo and Teresita Venturanza, and the groom, Joseph Freeman, of course, son of Carl and Blossom Freeman.
We can't hear you!
We affirm our commitment to each other as husband and wife. Our lives are now forever intertwined. Our similarities will bind us, our differences will enrich us, and our love will define us. We will celebrate all of the passages of life together with joy and reverence. In times of happiness, we will cherish each other, and in times of trouble, we will protect each other. Together, we will create a home where both of our traditions are celebrated with honor, and where the values of our family are nurtured and passed on. We willingly enter into this covenant of companionship and love. From this day forward, we are as one.
about breaking with that?
It's coming.
Oh, it's coming? Okay, it's gonna break it.
Joe and Jazz, you have been united by veil and cord. The light of the holy unity flame has illuminated your union. 7 blessings have been recited in your honor. You have signed and recited an ancient contract that outlines your obligations to one another. Now we ask that you tell each other, vow to each other, the commitment you have decided to enter into before us today.
It's weird. Just
Joe, please begin. Here's your cheat sheet. For Jasmine.
Jasmine, I vow to help you love life, to always hold you with tenderness, and to have the patience that love demands. I promise to speak when words are needed, and to try my hardest to share in the silence when they are not. I will forever be there to laugh with you, to cherish you, and to love you unconditionally through all of our adventures together in life.
And now Jazz. She needs to say.
Joe, you are my best friend, my faithful partner, and my one true love. I love you not only for who you are, but for who I am when I am with you. I promise to inspire you and encourage you to always chase your dreams. I will forever be there to laugh with you, to cherish you, and to love you unconditionally through all of our adventures in life together.
Thank you. Finally, the rings. Eitan Freeman, Joe's brother, the rings, please. Joe, please place that ring on Jasmine's finger on your sight.
Jasmine, with this ring, I give you my heart. I promise from this day forward, you shall not walk alone. May my heart be your shelter, and my arms be your home.
We'll get it on. Okay. Jasmine, do you take Joe to be your lawfully wedded husband, to have and to hold, for better or worse, for richer and poorer, in sickness and in health, in New Orleans or New York, wherever your lives may take you to death do you part?
I do.
Now, Jasmine.
Joseph, with this ring, I give you my heart. I promise from this day forward, you shall not walk alone. May my heart be your shelter, and my arms be your home.
Now, Joe, do you take Jasmine to be your lawfully wedded wife, to have and to hold, for better or worse, for richer or poorer, in sickness and in health, in New Orleans or New York, wherever your lives may take you to death do you part?
I do.
Okay. This is the easy part. Then by the power invested in me by the parish of New Orleans, I now pronounce you man and wife.